Hey, what's up? It's KD, and tonight we're gonna make some Crunch Munch Fish. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we have our fish. Our fish is washed and cleaned. We're gonna put a little vinegar on it, but first we have to get our flour and sift it. Farine. Okay, so currently I do not have the proper utensil that it requires to sift flour, but I do have this. So what we're gonna do is put this inside of this, something like this, and sift our flour and see if it works. I just moved here, so I don't have all of my proper cooking utensils, but I am slowly but surely getting it together. Oh, it's sifting. I think I'm sifting. I sifted. So here we have our fish, and what we're gonna do is we are just going to bedazzle it with some salt. I think we should just try to do little things to put it on both sides because there's plenty on the wood there. There we go. I'll put some there we go. And we're gonna put this in the refrigerator and let it sit for 20 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna prepare our breadcrumbs for the fish. So tonight we're gonna use the tepeyac breadcrumbs. I've actually had this before on some scallops and it's really good and it gives it a nice crunch. So this is the brand that we're gonna use tonight. And we're gonna add some goodies to it so the fish will have some flavor. I'm excited. Okay, now that we've prepared our breadcrumbs, I have here some fresh dill, and I love the way this stuff smells. Dill goes really good with fish, so we are gonna chop some dill up and add it to our breadcrumbs. Okay, now we're gonna cut up some dill. You don't need all of it. Voila, I think that should be enough. Now let's add the dill to our breadcrumbs. Voila. Now it's time for my favorite parts. We are gonna mix this with our hands. And get all that goodness in there. Okay, so you know it wouldn't be me if I didn't add a boatload of seasonings to my mix. So we are gonna add some coriander, one of my favorites. We're gonna add some ginger powder, one of my other favorites. And we're gonna add some cumin to my breadcrumbs, just to give it a little kick, you know? I'm sure that they have their own seasonings in the breadcrumbs, but it wouldn't be the same if I didn't add my little touch to it. So break up some of this dill a little bit. Ooh, this is gonna be good. I can smell it. Oh, it smells good. All ready to go. Okay, so now I got 3 eggs and a bowl. I got some eggs. 3 is enough. I don't really have that much fish. And a bowl. Put them together. I'm gonna have a little something for my fish to roll around in before I put the crunchy stuff on them. I think they call it an egg wash. Yeah. So anyways, crack your eggs in a bowl and get it ready for the fish to take a dip. Okay, so we've got and in the trash. So we're just gonna like pop and stir. I probably should get a fork, but I like the spoon. It just takes a little longer, but it's coming along. You could use a fork or a whisk. I'm sure it'd be a lot faster, but we're just hanging out, so. All right, so now we have that for our eggs our fish, for our fish to take a nice little dip. Okay, so we got our egg wash. We got our breadcrumbs, and we've got our sifted flour. All we need now is the fish. Oh, and I re-sifted the flour just because it looked like it needed it. Okay, let's go get the fish. Okay, I got the fish out of the refrigerator, and yeah, you know, it feels a lot more firm and looks like it's gonna be a lot more easier to work with in the frying pan. So let's go cover it up and fry it up. Okay, so now we are going to take a piece of our fish and we're going to drop it in our flour and just kind of roll it around. Get a lot of flour on the fish, and basically you're just gonna kind of pack it in there. Because what we want is we want all the flour to get into the fish so that when we put our egg wash and our breadcrumbs, it'll stick and it won't come off. So you just do like a really, you know, just really like a nice thick but light coating of flour on your fish, just so that all flour gets into every little nook and cranny of the fish and all of your products will stick, meaning the egg wash and the breadcrumbs. Voila. And we'll do this with all of our fish. I'm also gonna add some salt. Some pepper. I already added salt to the fish, so I'm gonna add some black pepper. It's gonna be great. Okay, so now we're gonna get our sunflower oil and pour it into our pan. That should already be hot. Get our fish. Fish number 1. we are going to give it a little dip into the egg wash. And we can also just throw a little bit into the fire. It lets us know if our fire is ready. And here we go. Smells so good. And the thing is, it's really important that when you do finally put the fish into the oil, that the oil is really hot, or you're gonna lose all the work that you put into of making this stuff stick. The pieces of dill can be kind of big because they're gonna curl up anyways after you fry them. Looks about ready to me. Let's go ahead and drop our first piece in. And let's try another piece of fish. The fish feels so firm after letting it sit in the refrigerator with the salt on it. Now the fish only needs to cook for about, maybe I'm thinking like 3 minutes on each side. It's okay, I guess, to be mixing all of the ingredients together at this point. It's sticking really good too. One of the hard parts about cooking on these stoves with no fire is sometimes it's hard to gauge how fast they're actually cooking. But that looks really good. This one's not quite ready yet. We put that in last. So we're just going to repeat this with all the fish. This looks so good. If you cook it on a low, like a medium to low flame, it should average about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and then your fish should be finished. After you're finished frying it, just get like some paper towels and a plate or a bowl, whatever, and just have them nearby, so when you bring the fish out the pan, you can put them right onto the napkins or paper towels so that the oil can strain. Whew, this dish wore me out, but I'm so excited to eat it. Take a look. Bon appetit. Crunchy Munch Fish. I'm also excited because earlier today I picked up a bottle of Bordeaux and I am going to enjoy this with my meal. Bon appetit.